Good afternoon, viewers. Uh, my name is Wadiba David. This is another moment with David. I've been running some series on the suggestive way out of the present economic mess Nigeria is finding herself or have found herself for some couple of years. And everything I've been talking about is just pointing on the opportunities that the government, maybe they are aware or they are ignorant or they are reluctant that they can key into to be able to solve three basic problems of the country. Reduce the foreign exchange, the pressure on the foreign exchange, domesticating the economy by and creating more jobs. And my first one, I spoke about tourism. I spoke about how other countries have key into tourism. Spoke about how much Egypt was making from tourism. And now, when you even look at tourism, you see how Dubai has gone far when it comes to tourism. Dubai has developed into billions of dollars in that regard. I spoke about developing the small and medium scale businesses enterprise of the country, how government can widen it, inject more revenues, and in the near future, I'll also talk about some things that government need to do across all these opportunities that are available. And I also said in most of my last video, which I would like you to go and watch, I spoke about wheat, the opportunity that is available for Nigerians or the government in wheat. And all these things that I'm talking about is not just about making foreign revenue, but reducing our exchange. And making our own currency stronger, reducing our import bills. And they're also talking about, I spoke about cocoa, the opportunity that government can also key into cocoa. Today, I will be talking about another essential agricultural commodity, and that is palm. The palm market, the palm oil market is huge. I'm telling you from a reliable source, you can go and fact check. Indonesia makes $27.8 billion in exportation of palm. In the 60s and in the 50s, history made us to understand, and records should be there for us to go check, that Nigeria is the largest producer of palm. We cannot sit down on what we were. We should be thinking of what we are today and what will become tomorrow. With the skyrocketing rate at which people are giving birth, the population is growing, so they need to consume and they need to have jobs. If you go across the nation, the level of youth unemployment is extremely worrisome. Even many people that are working, they are not happy with their job because they feel that they are being short paid. And the rate at which the cost of living is also increasing. Make no mistake, most of the cost of living is not peculiar to Nigeria alone or Africa. It's something that is happening, particularly when there's an impact on energy worldwide, there's going to be increase in cost of production. I'm not creating an excuse for the present government or the previous government, but what we are supposed to do 20 years ago, we cannot keep complaining that we didn't do them. We should now be looking at how we should do them. Now, with NIFO, who has been able to create an opportunity in the palm industry, have been able to produce seedlings that can help us maximum as much as 8 to 25 metric tons per hectare of palm products. Do you know what that means? A ton of palm oil is about 1 million naira in the international market. But how should the government key into this opportunity? The government we have about 27 states in Nigeria. Is this not worrisome? 27 states. Meanwhile, Indonesia and Malaysia, these two nations controls 85% of the global palm export trade. So you can imagine how much they are raking in. And we have a lot of arable land, like our vice president said that we have about 70 million hectares of arable land. So let's talk to these 27 states. The way the government must do it is that government must collaborate with states. You can't do it alone. One of the reasons why the previous government have always failed is that they want to run this thing themselves. They want to take the glory. It's not about glory. It's about creating sustainable jobs. If you give 1 hectare, if you match 2 youth together to manage 1 hectare, and we can create about 2 million hectares, that's 4 million jobs you have created. That's 4 million jobs. Nigeria imports 3 million tons of palm oil. And when we talk about that, Nigeria spent about $500 million in importing palm oil. I don't know. These are the ones that are in record through the CBN and other finance. But what about the ones that are being smuggled through Niger, Cameroon, Cotonou, Togo, and all that? As we all know that most of our customs officers are compromised. They are big compromise. So when you look at all those things, the government should be looking at investing in palm industry throughout the value chain. The farmers, the processing, because the cost of processing is the huge capital factor. Because most of our palm oil that are produced locally, most of them are produced manually. And it's not about bringing foreign investors to go into. There are some sectors that government should understand that it has to be domesticated. No foreign interference. You use your domestic money to invest in it. Look at Taraba. They just have that land. Nothing. Adamawa. Nothing. These are arable places that you can plant. These are places that are fertile for agriculture. Kano and all those places. We should begin to key into it. I can tell you, if government really make a proper structure and plan, design a policy and put the right investment in partnership with private companies and state companies, I can tell you that government can generate $50 billion in agriculture in the next 5-10 years. So government, the farm industry is what we should look into. It's going to create millions of jobs, and government should look into that. I just told you that Indonesia, Malaysia, they control 85%. Indonesia alone makes 27 point. I mean, how do you explain that? While we are wappling up, do you know how many jobs that will create? If we dedicate 2 to 3 million tons and hectares of land for that, it will create a lot of jobs. And the question is it needed in the international market? Yes. India is the highest importer of palm products. You use palm product, and when we talk about government is spending $500 million in importing palm oil, palm products, we have not even spoken about the product, the other products like polish, confectionaries, and all sorts of things. Manufacturers are going to import some of the finished products that these are used for. We are importing them, vegetable oil and all that. You go to most of our supermarkets, we have foreign oils there. So all this one has not even factored into the import bill of palm products. So I think the government should be looking at investing, and the solution is, look at these 27 states. You have to be determined. You either invest as much as 10 billion in all these states, because this is a viable export product. 10 billion from Ogun State to Taraba, Plateau, Benue, Rivers, Delta, Edo, Bayelsa, and the other value chain. I think government should look at that, spending about $300 billion and 300 billion naira consistently for the next 2-3 years. I can assure you. Okay, out of this, I just told us that the value market is about $85 billion, $83 billion. If we target 10% of that, that's about 8 point something billion in the next 5 years. I think we should be looking at that. So if we invest as much as 10 billion in every state, approximately like 300 billion in every state, and states will bring in what they can, and we can meet up with our domestic consumption, and we can also reduce our import bill, and later now transform it to be generating revenue. I think we are making the right decision. Thank you very much. I look forward to showing you in my next episode. I will be talking about the benefit and potentials in cotton that I think the northerners should also key into, and every part of Nigeria. God bless you. Thank you very much.